here, baby.
When you talk about love like a veteran, get the whipped cream and meet me at the Sheridan. And you can tell them other bras that you gotta bend. Tab 1, 2, it ain't what you're driving, it's the things you do. I never wanted me a big Willie or a thug, I was just looking for a show me some love and open up the doors for me. He ain't got a flaws for me, I'm rolling with you unconditionally. I take this more serious than just a poem. If I'm naked in the tub, then I got to know him. If he cheating and he ain't yours, forget the money. If he faithful, he can paint doors. Nowadays it's hard to find a man without a baby.
Sitting here with Yo-Yo, the legendary Yo-Yo.
What's cracking?
She's got a new album that she's going to promote.
Yes.
Got a lot of questions for her.
Yes.
So let me just start off by saying that I saw you at the Sunset Room recently. You were promoting your album, and it was also your birthday, and you haven't lost a step.
Oh,
you know,
well, thank you.
On point and everything, you know. So tell us about the new album you have coming out.
Well, I'm working on my new album right now. It's just in the mid stages. I've done about 15 songs already, but it's not exactly where I want it. You know, once you get midpoint, everyone that you want starts coming in because you're finally finding your niche and finding the direction that you're going in. So that's basically where I am right now, finding my niche, finding the direction that I want to go in, and it's running smooth. So far I have P.D. Pablo on the album, I have my homeboy Corrupt, we're about to get Brandy, and it's just finding its way.
So what's the name of the album?
The album is titled Fearless.
Fearless.
That's right.
Why Fearless?
I'm fearless. Hey, I mean, you know, for what, 10 years in the business, I used to know what I wanted, but I didn't know how to get it. Now I know what I want and I know how to get it, and there's nothing to stop me but fear itself, so I'm fearless.
That's nice. So let me just ask you, why so long in between albums?
Well, you know how the record company business is. They start you when you're young and they hope that you're finished by the time you grow up. But under the circumstances, I had a chance to come back. I've been doing some movie debuts here and there, little indie films. And I've been organizing my life, getting my career, my company set up, learning the inside of the game rather than just being a part of the game and going with the flow. Well,
take us back into the beginning. You were brought in with
I came in with Ice Cube, Lynch Mob. Well,
you can't play with my yo-yo.
That's right. Don't try to play me. And still, 2004, almost 5, and you still can't.
So how'd that all come about?
Well, at that time, Cube was looking. He was leaving NWA, and he was looking for a female artist, T-Bone, who later became a member of the Lynch Mob. Told him about me. I was doing a lot of shows in the community, and that's also a way for those who's trying to get on, who always want to know how to get on. I was doing talent shows in my community, in my high school, and around town, and people were familiar with me. And at that time, you know, rapping was kind of boyish, as you can tell, back in 89, 90. A lot of us had on just what we call hip-hop gear, just the baggy wear and all that stuff. A lot of women wasn't really into it. Our girly girls wasn't really into it. But I loved it. I loved poetry, and poetry was rap to me. So rap was easy for me.
Nice, nice. So, so after they brought you to Ice Cube?
They brought me to Ice Cube. Ice Cube took me, at that time, he was working on his project. We did It's a Man's World on it, where he debuted me to the world. Later after that, we started working on my demo. You Can't Play With My Yo-Yo was on that demo. Took a trip out to New York, hooked up with Sylvia Rhone, and Sylvia Rhone hooked up the deal, and it was making stuff happen.
Yeah.
I know that's right. And that's the Ice. See what happens in the studio? You get all that
just
good love and action. You get all that action, right?
Yeah, it's a real thing. It's a real deal,
you get all that action in the studio.
It's all right. Good thing about video, you can always
edit. The Ice, baby, not you, the Ice.
So you had You Can't Play With My Yo-Yo. Then you also had your own little coalition.
Right, big coalition. IBWC blew up so fast. I started the coalition back in '89. At that time, my manager, Pat Charbonnet, was working with me. I wanted to create something for the women. I've always been involved in my community. I used to be a peer counselor at my high school, so I felt like I was in touch with the females, and females I felt had low self-esteem. I mean, being raised by my mother, who was a single woman of 5 kids, and being so strong, you know, at a young age, I became a counselor, you know, where all my friends would come to me and talk their problems, and I would always tell them, be strong. I mean, you know, hey, I guess, you know, it's always in you. They say half is what environmental, and the other half is in the home, your parents, your genes.
Yeah.
So I guess I get it from my mom. And IBWC, we created the IBWC. Excuse me. Excuse me.
It's good. It's good.
We created the IBWC and started setting up. Patricia helped me set it up. Patricia Charbonnet at the time, along with Sylvia Roan over at Atlantic. Helped me set it up where we go all over. We talk to kids in the community. When I go on promotional tour, I would make sure I stop at the community centers, the group homes, the women facilities, battered women sheltered, foster kids services, all that stuff. So it just helped me talk to women and build them up, and it helped me at the same time.
Cool. Then after that, you had the Bonnie and Clyde thing coming.
We had the Bonnie and Clyde thing, which was the biggest thing that I could imagine, because, you know, Cube is just so dope, and it was always West Coast. I mean, it was always like, I didn't realize how far music stretched at that time. Not even the reporters. I remember them asking me, like, how long do you think hip hop is going to be here? Do you think, you know, what did I think about hip hop? I had no idea it was so forceful. We went on the East Coast, did Apollo, It's a Man's World, and Bonnie and Clyde. They went crazy. It was a big acceptance. It opened so many doors for me. That's when Yo-Yo really began to kick.
So, do you still talk to Cube? Or?
Cube is always going to be my mentor. He brought me in the game. He showed me so much love. He's such a professional businessman. I always respect him, even when I'm not working with him.
So after you had the Bonnie and Clyde theme, it was just kind of, you were starting to do some acting. I saw you in the...
I did a little acting. Kilolo on Martin. I started out with Boys in the Hood. I did Who's the Man, Menace to Society, all little small roles. You have to stop your camera to notice me. But it opens a lot of doors for me. Acting was something I never practiced, although I took it up in high school, drama school. But it was something different for me, and, you know, after doing it so many times, I began to like it. But never nothing real big, but always kept me moving, kept me along my journey.
Yeah. You got anything going in that area right now, or?
Well, right now I haven't been concentrating on doing the acting. I've really been working on my album, putting together my company. I'm really proud to be back out. You know, for a while, for being away for a while, you kind of lose that drive that you had when you first started out. So being away for so long, I kind of lost my drive. And then I was like, oh, maybe I don't want to rap no more. Yeah. Maybe I want to move on and do something different. So I went back to school, took up business, got my my AA in liberal arts. Went to acting school. I went to Lee Stroudsburg in Jersey City. And then after I did all that, I felt like, oh, you know, maybe I can still do it. I thought I had outgrew it. I just didn't know how to let then catch up to now. And doing all that in between helped me catch up to who I was, and I said, oh, I still can rap. I want to get back out there and do it again.
So being on hiatus for so long, how hard was it coming back?
You know what? It's just it being away so long and I guess generating that new energy for it, that new love for it, helped me. I mean, because now I'm excited. I know a little more than I knew when I first started. I'm ready to develop other artists in my community. I'm ready to build build some things in my community. So I think this time around, my drive is a little different. I'm hungry for myself, but you know, I have a mission. I know what I want. You know, so.
Yeah. So so now that you're back rolling again, what's next for you?
Well, getting back on the map, letting people know that I'm back out. Letting them hear my voice in the direction that I'm going and the direction that I'm going in. You know, let them judge me for themselves. It's been a long time since I've been away. Letting them hear me again. I did the New Goodies unofficial remix, and that was just a way to get a buzz going. Let people hear me out there again and hear my flow to an undeniable beat such as the Goodies, who's blazing radio all over and still probably has too much more to go. So I just did a 50 cents on them. Did my own little remix and put it out there, and so far so good. I'm getting love all over. Radio stations from all over showing me love, so thank you. I appreciate it.
So let me ask you this. Did you have to change up your style in any ways, being since that you've had to record?
Nope, I just grew up. I am the woman I am.
Your sound, anything, your music?
It's probably gotten better. I believe it has. You know, because before, a lot of times Cube would want to write my stuff for me. You know, and I could never really show the woman I was back then. You know, right after I left, that's when femininity came into the business. You saw Lil' Kim. I've always felt like a lady, but it's really hard to really make yourself something, you know, and rap. The media had gave rap, you know, started calling West Coast rap gangster rap. So it just threw a whole, you know, it just threw something dark on me, a cloud over me.
Yeah.
That I had to shake that to chisel off what they had put on me and become myself, the woman that I was. And growing, you know, years out of the business, you learn a lot. Experience is your best teacher. So of course, I better be better. I better have something to talk about, you know.
Yeah.
And I represent all the intelligent black women out there who's sexy, cute, independent, successful, all that good stuff.
Nice. So Yo-Yo's back, everybody. She is back. That's the message. She's coming back. She's gonna hit you hard. So what do you want to tell the fans out there as we close this out?
Everybody, it's always a struggle. So remain fearless, alright? Look for the album, Fearless.
But don't you worry about a thing, yo is yours. On my feet, on my face and down to all fours. I'ma break it down to you, nobody compares to you. Massage your back and ask how it sound to you. Now how can I forget the trip to Cancun? Spent them chips and copped the best room. I was digging your vibe, so we did it outside. Then came back home and then we flipped it in the ride.